evening, everyone. Leah Dixon here from Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. I am live on an extremely hot Wednesday night with my paper pumpkin unboxing. Usually I do alternatives. I can't promise you I will tonight. Lots going on around here, trying to get ready for family to come and visit and have a big bon voyage party for my sister. So I'll definitely create the cards in our kit tonight, but we'll see what else happens. I'm not sure where my brain is at. So we have the absolutely gorgeous painted petals. This is the first for this quarter that go with a coordinating die that I actually don't have yet. It should be arriving, but it hasn't got here yet. So let's open up this box and see what we've got and start creating. There we go. So the box itself is stunning. Like, it's just so beautiful. I'm excited to have this one on my shelf and be able to use it for storing stuff. When we open it up, we have a gray granite Stampin' Spot. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining me. It's not my usual time. There's nothing usual about this week at all. It's a bit chaotic. And then we have a beautiful stamp set here. It's got some pretty flowers, some like diagonal lines, and some sentiments. They say, "I'm so lucky to have you in my life. Let's celebrate you. Hello. You are simply the best. And friends like you make life beautiful." Those are just adorable. I love them. Awesome. All right. And then we have the gorgeous, probably Melon Mambo paper here. So I'm just going to save that and put that off to the side. And then there we go. Inside we have everything all packaged up, and of course our instructions are there on the back. So I'm going to move the box out of the way and open this up. Yeah, they are great sentiments, eh, Kim? Okay, so let's open that and see what we've got. Oh, come on. I know I cut. There we go. Okay, so we have got some adhesives and some adhesive back sequins, which I absolutely love, and some cool like double coated tissue paper tape. So that's kind of neat. And we'll put those to the side so I don't lose them. And then we'll take a look. So we have 3 different absolutely beautiful envelopes, and there's 3 of each of these. So we're going to make 3 of each of the 3 cards in the kit, and then the insides are gorgeous as well, all brightly colored to match up. So we've got Old Olive, Calypso Coral, and Melon Mambo, I think, or maybe it's Pretty in Pink. I don't know. We'll have to read the packaging. All right, and then we have our card bases. So I'm just going to grab one of each card base and put the others off to the side. So we've got the 3 colors as well. These are beautiful. Oh my goodness. And I know the envelopes are gorgeous. And then we've got our labels. So I see there's 3 of each here. So I'm just going to pop one of each out right now and put the rest off to the side. There we go. Oh, and then, I guess these actually match up with the different sentiments. How cool. So I'll just set that whole thing to the side until we know what sentiments we're using. And there's our final card base. So pretty. Wow. And then these stunning die cuts of the 3 different flowers. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. All right, so we'll need all of those. Of course, your stamp set comes with a little image of your stamps so that, after you're finished with your paper pumpkin, you can file these away and know which sentiments you're supposed to have in your kit. And then finally, we've got the instructions, and the instructions are great. They do show you the coordinating dies on here. And there's a QR code that you can scan to take you right to them in the online shop. So you get a sentiment, the flowers, and the pretty little leaf. And it's going to coordinate with this month's kit as well as August and September. So very nice. All right, and then our kit shows us how to put our cards together. Now, I'm looking at these and they're very, very simple. We're simply going to overlay our flowers and our sentiment onto the gorgeous background. So I'm a little bit, I have a hard time doing that and having that beautiful background as the back of a card. So I actually saw something interesting where another demonstrator actually did this a little bit differently. Actually, I should use my paper trimmer here to do this. So this card is 4 1/4. I'll just double check that it actually is. Yeah, it is 4 1/4. So I'm going to take away my cutting blade, get that out of the way, bring in my scoring blade, and half of 4 1/4 is 2 1/8. And I'm actually going to score that front panel. And instead of making this the back of my card, I'm actually going to fold my card like this and make it the front of my card. And then you can write back here, or you can write on the inside in here to write your sentiment. And we're going to do that so that we have a little bit of a different look, and we're not wasting that gorgeous back of the card. Yeah, I just don't want to do that. So I can't remember the name of the other demo that I saw do this, but thanks to her for this idea, because yeah, I do not want to waste this beautiful, beautiful stuff. Okay. And then here we go. So I've pulled out the flowers that are going to go over top of here, and we are going to put these on, but instead of putting them on fully on our card front, we're going to make sure that we're just sticking them to this green panel that we now have. So when I look at the instructions, it tells me to put dimensionals kind of all over the place to hold that in place. But instead, I'm going to do it just a little bit differently and just put them on the one side that's going to go on top of this. Now, it also shows putting the little piece of green down below to go behind our sentiment. I'm going to skip that part entirely when I do these. So I guess we're going to get alternatives, like right from the get-go. I'm not going to make these at all the way they were intended to be made. So I'm looking, I see I can do this leaf, this flower, and maybe this leaf. We'll just have to be kind of careful with it. So I'm actually going to flip that over, keep it centered, and put my adhesive on this way. So where did I put those? They're over here. Okay. And so this is with dimensionals. They're minis, so they fit in nicely in tiny spots. So definitely one in the middle of that flower. Definitely one here on this leaf, and then one down here on that leaf. And let's just really secure this, since we're only securing it to half the card. We'll do another one there. Oops, I just grabbed two. Yikes, come on. And another one down here. And let's see. And we'll do one here on this flower. Make sure it's on the flower. Okay, so now that we've got those placed, I'm going to peel them off. And there we go, all those backings. It's so many. Oh my goodness. I'm going to flip this over and place this down on my card front. There we go. And voila. Now my card opens like that, and we have this beautiful front to our card. Now, they chose the Friends Like You Make Life Beautiful for this card, and they did stamp it on one of these really awesome cutouts. Oh, you can't really see those. So here, I'll pop one out. So they are like the shape of the sentiment. Okay. I'm actually, I don't know. They want it to go kind of over here. And I'm not sure I actually want to do that. I think I'm going to stamp a sentiment that's going to fit down there in the corner. So I'm just going to grab my sentiments and see, have I given myself enough space? Oh, I've got You're Simply the Best is going to fit down there. And will the one that they suggested fit? Oops. Actually, the one they suggested will fit down there as well if I wanted to do that. So yeah, I think I will go with the one that they suggested, but I'm going to put it in a slightly different location. So if this is your first time getting a paper pumpkin, you will get a block to put this sentiment on. It's not my first rodeo, so I don't get a block. I am going to take that stamp and I'm just stamping it off on my chamois just to get any kind of residue off of there. Now the ink that they've provided us is gray granite. So I'm going to grab my regular ink pad of gray granite. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm in a weird headspace right now. Just trying to finish up summer school and get ready for my sister's Bon Voyage party, and my parents are coming into town, and I don't know, just kind of all over the place today. So friends like you make life beautiful, tucked down there in the corner. And oops, sorry, totally off the card. It's a little kind of like off to the side. Maybe on the next one I will put it more central on the sentiment like they've shown. But I actually kind of like it. And then we get to grab the gorgeous bling. I should close up that ink before I go do something silly like drop something in that. Okay. And so then they've suggested adding the bling, and let's see, where did they put it? They kind of put it all over inside the flower area. So I'm going to change that up just a little bit to tie in our outside stuff here. I'm going to put 2 down here, and I'm going to throw 1 in up here inside our flower area and just kind of pull it all together. So that is our first card. And I don't know, I think it's completely just a stunning card. And then this is light enough that you could even write over here in kind of the margins where it will get covered when the card is closed. So yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful card. Now I'm going to grab our second one. Let's do the pink one. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer again, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to trim this at 2 1/8. Or not trim it. Oh my goodness, that would be a disaster. Don't trim it. Score it. And as long as I've got my paper trimmer out, let's grab the orange one as well and do it, because it's too pretty to hide. For some of my other ones, when I do eventually get around to making alternatives, I'll probably cut the backings off of these. Oh, don't use the trimmer. Yikes. Probably cut the backings off and actually use this piece as an element on the card. But for these ones, we're going to have some fun folding it that opposite way. And then that means I also have these little bits left over because I'm not using them. So yay. All right, so for this one, this is our orange one, our Calypso Coral. I should double check those colors. I keep saying Calypso Coral, but yeah, it is. Calypso Coral, Melon Mambo, Old Olive. Yeah, I got it. Oh, and there is some pretty pink in there and some peach pie. So a lot of different colors in here. So this is primarily our Calypso Coral, though. Let's grab our Calypso Coral flowers. Now this flower image is a little bit smaller, which means we have a little bit more room to play with our sentiment. I might even put this one kind of more off and put our sentiment over here with the outline. I'm curious to see in the instructions which sentiment they paired this up with. Oh, they paired it up with Let's Celebrate You, which is such a nice sentiment. I love that. All right. So I am going to attach this first. So same thing I did before. I flipped it over. Now I want this leaf to not be like loose like that. So I definitely want to make sure this is over far enough that that leaf will be on there. And then looking at this back view, I'm going to attach my dimensionals. So I'm going to sneak one on there. So we'll have it far enough over that that one will be on the card. And then put one there. And we'll pop one on there. Okay, so we've got quite a few on there. Let's flip this around and get this attached to our card. Here we go. Creating a beautiful paper pumpkin like this is exactly what I needed this evening. My kids are all, well, not Matthew, but all the kids who don't work are gone camping with Noah. So I have the house to myself, which, you know, sounds relaxing, but is actually really busy. I'm cleaning and reorganizing things and making grocery lists and getting ready to go away. But, oh no, I'm so sorry that yours got sidetracked, Janet. There's been a few that I've heard of. I know my last month's one, I actually just got it like last week. So I haven't even opened it, but yeah, I hope yours arrives to you soon, Janet. Am I going to take a few weeks off for me and my family? We actually are. I don't know if any of them will affect a Wednesday, which is kind of nice. I might not have to reschedule any of my videos, but we are taking some time off. We're going to do some family camping, actually, and some time up to visit my, whoa, sorry about that. Some time up to visit my parents and some time with my nephew and stuff. So we do have some downtime coming. But I got to finish summer school first. 2 more days. So kind of exciting. All right. I'm going to just swap out my sentiments here. I'm going to grab that Let's Celebrate You. And pop that. Just going to drop it down, pick it up, and just stamping it off on my chamois again just to get some of that stuff off. Now, this one I said I was going to use those sentiment bases for it. So let's grab that sentiment base. I think this is the right one. I hope this is the right one. All right. I'm going to move my card out of the way. I've got water on my table. Oh my. Okay. So let's give this a go. I'm going to ink it up with my gray granite. And then, oh, look at that. It's got all the little bumps for the L, the B, and the T. Just amazing. I love it. It's like it's been fussy cut without having to do the cutting. So cool. Okay, and then let's see. This one, I want us to attach it kind of right there between the flowers and the leaves, and I love that. That is awesome. So I am going to do this a little bit of a cheater way. I'm not going to put the dimensionals on the back of my sentiment. I'm actually going to put them in the spaces on either side of that where I want the sentiment. Then I'm going to peel those off and put my sentiment down on top of them. Okay, and actually I'm going to let that come over a little bit like that so it goes off. There we go. And there we have our sentiment attached to our card. And now that lovely bling that I just had. Oh no. What could I have done with it? Oh, there it is. All right, I'm going to grab that and take a look at, they do tell you where they suggest putting it. Oh, they suggest putting it around the sentiment, which is kind of a nice idea. So let's do that. It'll keep them a little bit more visible too because they'll be on that orange background. So come in here, put one there, put one there, and throw one down here. All right, so just a little sparkle right there around our sentiment. And we have another absolutely gorgeous card. So pretty. And I really do love that extra pop of color by doing that fun fold on here. All right, here comes our last one. This is our Mambo one. I've already scored that so that we can do that fun fold. And we're going to grab our last of the flowers here. So put that off. Beautiful. Okay, and let's flip this one backwards so that we can start to line it up and put our dimensionals on the back here. So voila. And another. And another. I'm going to use a lot on this one. Okay, and another. And another. And some more. And some more. Okay, wow, that's a lot of dimensionals. Maybe more than I needed, but that's okay. We'll have a very secure card. I'll peel all those off. Sticking to me. Okay. So I am very, very excited that we have the pool in the backyard with this heat. Even though we have a bit of cloud cover today, the heat is just unbearable. So I'll be hopping in the pool later to cool down. Take a little break from all the busyness around here. There we go. All right, so that one's done. And then I'm lucky to have you in my life. Oh, such a beautiful one. So let's clean up this sentiment and get our next one ready to go. You're excited for next month. Oh, I know, Kim. Next month's paper pumpkin looks amazing. The candle patterns that I have seen are just gorgeous. And then the fact that we get the number stamp set as a bonus is just awesome. I love to be able to kind of personalize cards for family and put actual like ages on them. So it'll be nice to have a new alphabet set because my other one that I have is pretty old. Or sorry, not alphabet set, number set. Okay, let's see here. This, I believe, goes on that one. There we go. So I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to stamp this on here with gray granite. Yeah. All right. There you go. We've got that sentiment done. And now they are suggesting to put it on over on this side. And they did put the pink behind it. I'm just going to grab my little piece of pink and see if it's too much to put the pink behind it, being that we already have the other side in pink. So I'm just going to kind of take a quick look at that. I think it's going to be too much. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. It's too pink. All right, I'm thinking we might actually stick with it over on the other side on the pink background, but over there. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So again, I'm going to grab those dimensionals and I'm going to pop them into the holes so that I for sure don't get them like on top of my imagery. And then I'll peel those off and cover them up with the sentiment. Just popping that in like that. And there we go. And that is almost done. We need our bling now. Oh, there it is. And for this one, let's just see where they suggested putting it. Okay. All right, I'm not going to do what they suggested. Well, I kind of am. They suggest putting one up in here, so I will do that. But then my other ones, I'm going to throw them down over here to kind of pull it all together. All right, so those are our 3 cards from our paper pumpkin kit. I'm just going to pull these in, and I absolutely adore them. Just by doing that kind of fun, different fun fold to them rather than putting these pieces fully over the white fronts, even though they do have the extra like imagery on the inside. I love this idea of doing it like this. So that is it for this month's paper pumpkin. I might have a little bit of time later today to go and do some playing and make some other alternatives. But I'm not going to hold my breath. I've started a whole bunch of projects, cleaning out fridges and cleaning the house, and I still have gardening to finish and toenails to paint and all sorts of fun things to get ready to party this weekend. Oh, thank you so much, Janet. Yeah, we have been having a wonderful time. And although I am sad to be missing the camping that Noah's doing with the kids right now, this is a great time for them. And he's not put much thought into their menu and stuff. And he kind of laughed about it. He's like, they'll just appreciate you more when we get home. So I know they're having a great time paddle boarding, and I'm able to focus on finishing up school and getting ready for our party this weekend. So it's great. And I'll get to go on the next camping trip. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for tonight's paper pumpkin. It's a gorgeous one. And so watch for the release of the refills for this paper pumpkin. They're usually out around the 20th, 21st of the month. So that's not too many days from now. I'll try to post and remind you guys when I see them, because I will definitely be grabbing refills for this kit. It is beautiful. Have a wonderful summer, everyone. I will be back live next week. And next week, I'll be back at my regular time, 9 a.m. So hopefully you can join me for that. And we'll be doing a 1 layout 3 cards video next week. And I'm super excited for that and to be back into a regular pattern at regular times. And thanks so much for your patience the last 3 weeks with this odd timing of my Wednesday videos. Take care, everyone, and don't forget to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin if you haven't already. Next month's kit is going to be amazing. It's fun folds, it's birthdays, it's got an extra stamp set. It's just, yeah, it's going to be awesome. So definitely make sure you subscribe. If you need any help doing that, please contact me and let me know. And yeah, have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye-bye.